what you want us to know. I know you've spoken with us in the past.
I know. How are you doing? Good
And
to
if you
see
will
you.
limit to about 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. My name's Donna Gerald, and my son has a South Carolina felony DUI. I've been an advocate for felony DUI reform for about 10 years. And I speak with passion and speak the truth on some of these issues. The Senate has begun addressing this, but there's still the basic foundational issue here, which is violent versus nonviolent classification that must be corrected. The only way to correct it is to move them from the South Carolina violent crimes list to a nonviolent designation. Now, if we look back, felony DUI years and years ago, before the list was formed, it was involuntary manslaughter, a 5-year sentence and 2 years nonviolent, and they did recognize it, impairment, poor judgment, negligence, and a tragic accidental mistake. Now, we know with alcohol, it causes you to have that inability to make that wise decision. That's the sad thing about our young people. It's legal to drink, even up to intoxication, and it's very deceptive. So people think that they're okay to drive, but they are not. Medical University of South Carolina shows addiction tendencies with the brain scan, the chemical makeup, so they get hooked. And so even AA calls this a sickness. But we need to, first of all, we know that the South Carolina violent crimes list, originally, it was created for intentional violent acts. No parole offenses. That's what was put on it in 1986. And it was for murderers, rapists, child molesters. Intent, the worst of the very worst of worst. Now, what changed? 1995-96. 2 crimes were put on that list. Felony DUI, crime boating, and hit and run were added. Wrongly overclassified as violent, very harsh with 25 years and 85% must be served. Now, the problem it created is this. Legal inconsistency, sentencing confusion. What I want to say today, there is a blurred line between intent and accident, and intent does matter. In the heart of the person, that they never dreamed they would do it, and when they got in that car, they did not seek to harm anyone. It is, we have to see it was an accident. So I believe the integrity of the South Carolina list is at stake. Now, one very important thing I want to say, U.S. Supreme Court, 2004-2008, DUI, even with injury or death, is not a violent crime. It is negligence, impaired conduct, poor judgment, tragic accidental mistake. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled this in 2 cases. The reality, many drunk drivers die themselves and others are killed in their own car. They don't seek to harm. Now, with hit and run, we added that as the other one. It's leaving the scene. They leave the scene. One person left to go run and get his cell phone right down the street. He left the scene. And so there's no violence involved in that. Yet he got 12 years, and now he's a violent felon the rest of his life. And so there is inconsistencies there, where if there's injury, it's nonviolent. And then days later with the death, then he was now a violent criminal. So it's the same behavior. People say things about our felony DUI. Brian Sterling, no pattern of criminality, come with DUIs, don't get in trouble, don't come back. Well, that sounds to me like a model nonviolent inmate there. David Stumbos Lister, they're not violent people, no threat to the public. Senator Tom Davis, 2025, no mens rea, no intent to hurt anyone. I just want to say these are your sons and daughters, and they went to a party, they overdrank, but they're not violent criminals. They stick out like a sore thumb from that violent crimes list. I need you